Gasol. Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're down by 2.
With plenty of time, if they execute, they should be able to get a good look here.
I agree with you, Steve, but I'd like to see him pound it inside and try to get to the rim.
Collison dishes to Love. Here's Tucker. Missed.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is MGovier bringing y'all episode 8, season 2 of my Cleveland Fantasy Draft Association. And in this episode, we will be wrapping up the playoffs. This is still the first round, and we were playing the Bobcats. As y'all saw in the beginning of this video, they were able to come away with the victory in Game 3. So that takes the series to 2-1, and this is a best-of-5 series. It's been like that the whole association, so you know, we're just trying to grind it out away from home because this is an elimination game. If we lose this game, that's it. So this is a must-win game. We're coming in here guns a-blazing, hoping to force game 4 and then come back home for Game 5 because we had the home court advantage with the higher seed. And what we tried to do in the beginning of this game was we tried to push the floor with fast breaks because I realized at around Game 3 or Game 4 in this series that they really didn't have the athleticism to keep up with us in transition. I mean, Pau Gasol is not athletic. Shawn Marion was athletic, not really that athletic anymore. Bynum is just kind of short. But look at this shot from Darren Collison. Look at where he is, and he's double teamed. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Look at this shot again. Just absurd. Look at that range. But, you know, their team is just not very athletic. So what we try to do is score transition buckets. And what I did with the rookie Frederick Tucker was absurd. These next 2 games 4 and 5, I mean, this guy just went ham, and it's all because I worked with him out of the post, and his post game is ridiculous. I pushed the floor with his fast breaks, and what I did was not just work out of the post, but what I did is I used like mobility from the post. You know what I'm saying? Like I would post people up, and then I would get out of the post up, so I could just lay it up or dunk it. And I found out to be really effective. And then once I started doubling him, I was, you know, moving the ball a little bit more. And as you can see in Game 4 right here, it's starting to work out a little bit. We're taking the lead after halftime. We're, see what I'm saying, getting mobile in the post. We're getting the dunk. And look at that extension. That should be a poster right there. But yeah, just really doing well out of the post. My rookie was pretty astonishing with the things he was able to do in these last 2 games of the playoffs. And my ball movement overall was great. As you see him getting another layup there. Darren Collison keeping our team afloat with all of his assists. And what is Andrew Bynum doing right there? He had the ball on the perimeter and he's trying to dribble inside when that's clearly not his game. And as you can see again in transition, just exemplifying the point that I already made, taking our lead up to 9 points. Another transition bucket for Darren Collison. And we're kind of running away a little bit with this one. We're up by 9 points, up by 8 points. And there's Frederick Tucker working from the post on the smaller Will Bynum. So we kind of have everything going for us this game. They're not really challenging us. The lead was not really back and forth. At the end of the 3rd quarter, Frederick Tucker pulls up for mid-range, and he's going to make it splash, bitch, to give us that 9-point lead. So moving on into the 4th quarter of Game 4, Frederick Tucker working out of the post again over Shawn Marion. Or no, that wasn't Shawn Marion. That was Matt Barnes. And I mean, he's too skinny. You can't keep up with this boy. He gets the layup over Matt Barnes. And there's my other rookie, Luke Snow. And look at this layup from Frederick Tucker. Are you kidding me? Y'all saw that, right? I know y'all saw that, but after that layup, one of the most amazing moments happened that have ever happened in this series. Look at this play right here.
Hammers it home. Hammers it home.
You know, for a player with his explosiveness, that was ATM time.
Just a ridiculous dunk. I mean, that was Jordan-esque. I compared him to Jordan a few episodes earlier, and look at that dunk again. But I compared him to Jordan in the comments. I was getting flamed for it, but he's kind of backing it up here with all these ridiculous plays, dunks, and really just willing my team to victory. Everything that they did, this one player had a response. It wasn't really anybody else on my team besides him that was, you know, just carrying the team like this. And at the end of the game, it was 62-53. We were able to come away with the victory, forcing the game 5, which is basically game 7. And that's coming up in this same episode. So we are celebrating on their home court. Andrew Bynum's looking up at the scoreboard in dismay. He can't believe that he lost. He does not want to get knocked out, especially when the team that's knocking him out is being manned by a rookie. The main man is a rookie. So Frederick Tucker finishes with 37 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. And I only had 62 points, people, so that's pretty ridiculous. So here it is, the all-important game 5. There are the results from the other games. And let's get on into it. This game was at home. There's the series. It's tied 2-2. And I am tired of Charlotte. We are all tired of Charlotte. They beat us earlier in the season. They beat us earlier in last season, actually, too, in the overtime game. I think they beat us. Either they beat us or forced overtime. But I mean, that was a really good game, and they're just our rivals pretty much. This is our rivals. This and Toronto. Nobody's trying to see Toronto in the playoffs because they already know they'll get their ass kicked in a physical battle, bitch. But starting this game off, game 5, Kevin Love, everyone's getting warmed up. Everybody's getting ready. And let's go. Our fans are into it. We're all trying to get this W away from, or at home, instead of away from home like that other game that we just had. And we're just trying to continue what we did in game 4. Trying to work out of the post, be mobile from the post, and score fast break buckets. And Marshawn Brooks, early in the first quarter, early in the game really, lets it go and gets the shooter's touch. So that's a good sign starting off game 5, the elimination game. And Frederick Tucker, look at that. Post mobility. That post mobility is what it's all about. If you can find a player who's able to spin off other players from the post, you will be successful, I promise you. If they're good with their back to the basket or being mobile, that's great. And the thing about this rookie is that he's good from the post and he's mobile. And what I was looking at was his overall stats earlier in the season, and I realized that he has an 85 clutch. So he's really the whole package, and I never would have thought that, you know, getting this player who was the 6th overall pick in the draft would have turned out to be such a crucial player for me, because in the season he didn't really do that much, but in the playoffs he's really stepping up. And look at Marshawn stepping up. We already knew he was going to do big things in the playoffs, but look at him stepping up, getting the and one, and making the free throw 75%. And he's pretty prolific from the free throw line. He makes almost all his free throws, but not this guy. And the only reason I showed that missed free throw is to show our transition offense. Look at Frederick Tucker posterizing those boys. Woo! That was a nasty dunk. And he's kind of been struggling from the free throw line all season, but in the playoffs he's kind of stepped it up. Pretty much everything about his game has been stepped up in the playoffs, which is pretty remarkable for a rookie. And look at this. He makes something out of nothing. I mean, the possession was dead, really. The shot clock was winding down, and we were able to get a bucket really out of nowhere. And what we did was sag off the players in this game that were trying to go to the post players. Like, we sagged off the point guards and shooting guards that were trying to pass to the centers and power forwards, which really helped our game. But look at this oop to Aaron Aflalo. That was a disgusting oop. Just beautiful play from Darren Collison. His vision is pretty ridiculous. And we're posting up with Kevin Love. And look, just take a look at this possession here. All the ball movement that I had to do. I waited till I got the perfect opening. I waited till the defense, you know, bit on one of my fakes. And the Kevin Love post move didn't work. Darren Collison found Kawhi Leonard, and he was able to bail us out. So going into halftime, Pau Gasol actually picks up an ankle, what was it, like an ankle sprain, I think. So he's actually out for the second half, and that is crucial because y'all already know that Pau Gasol in this series has pretty much carried the Bobcats. They're only, what's the word? Their only consistent form of offense, pretty much, has been in Pau Gasol. But they actually decided to play him a little bit, and he did not do well. There's Frederick Tucker being mobile in the post again, spinning off Pau Gasol, getting the easy layup. And Pau Gasol, even though he was injured, he wasn't doing that bad, but he had some poor defensive errors. But look at that dunk! That was like a Kevin Durant dunk. Oh my goodness, slow motion. Woo! Over Shawn Marion. Let's look at it one more time. Ridiculous dunk right there. Ridiculous dunk. And we're hitting the and one to make it a 10-point game in the third quarter. Kind of running away with this one a little bit. And Frederick Tucker is, you know, basically just calling ISO on this possession. And he just, I don't know what else to say about that. He just dunked on the whole city of Charlotte. I don't really know what to say. But, Liggins, their rookie, kicks it over to Marion. And he hits the three right before the third quarter ends. And the third quarter is over, right? No, it's not. We're going to give it to Collison, who's going to give it back to Tucker right before it's a backcourt violation. And he's just going to pull up in Marion's face. And he doesn't even care. He's going to make it. He's on fire. He's talking a little trash to the bench of the Bobcats, talking a little trash to the players. And moving on into the fourth quarter, he is the reason that we're winning. He's the reason we're still in this series. And he's the reason we might move on to the next round, as we have a 9-point lead, and he is willing our team to victory. Look at that dunk. I mean, come on. He dunked it on like 4 people. He's on the ground. He's almost injured. He doesn't even care. 13-point game. Working out of the post again. What more do you want? He's looking like Paul Pierce right there out of the post. Hitting that fadeaway shot, looking like Kobe Bryant. He's going to post up Matt Barnes again. And Matt Barnes can't defend him. He's too skinny. I think his post defense must be kind of low, because he couldn't really keep up with him in the post. And we're just continuing to post him up, and there's nothing they can do about it. I mean, he bodied him up and everything. Could have even been a foul, but it wasn't. And this is what pretty much capped off the game right here. This pass to Collison, to Marshawn, looking for the three, and we hit it, and that pretty much ends the game. There was one other play right here with Marshawn where he, you know, this was like our last possession, and he pretty much just shit on him. This was just insult to injury, putting a little salt on the wound. And that makes it a 12-point game. So we do end up beating the Bobcats in Game 5. The must-win game, basically Game 7. And that's pretty much it from this series. We're celebrating our victory at home. An amazing victory. And what an amazing performance from our rookie, Frederick Tucker. Could he have stepped up any more than he did? I mean, look at these stats. Shawn Marion, 16, 10, and 10. Pau Gasol didn't do much with his injury, but 40 points in 26 minutes. I mean, that is ridiculous. But anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. Stay lavish. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to thumbs it up. And I'm out of here, y'all. Deuces.